Projekt Red is a 5-star specialist working for Sweep, a division of Rhodes Island that protects the company from betrayal. Red is a fast redeploy unit who specializes in either assassination or crowd control, depending on which skill you take. She's best used for short bursts with her skills, before being retreated to take advantage of her 18-second redeploy timer. Her talent, Chill, unlocks at Elite 1. If an enemy has more defense than your attack, your operator will only deal 5% of their attack as damage. This mechanic is called chip damage. Chill takes Red's chip damage up to 20% of her attack at Elite 1 and 30% at Elite 2. Despite her low attack stat, Red will deal decent damage to any enemy in the game, regardless of their armor. Her first skill, Execution Mode, gives her a 65% attack buff and a 40% chance to dodge for 10 seconds after she's deployed, which is a nice combination of damage and tankiness that can let her stall or defeat tougher enemies. There's a brief window between her deployment and Execution Mode activating, so fast enemies might hit her before the dodge kicks in. Her second skill, Wolfpack, deals 200% of her attack and damage and stuns all enemies hit for 2 seconds on the first frame she's deployed, before she even touches the ground, which is a consistent, low cooldown bit of crowd control to help for clearing out larger waves. Her base skill gives a 25% buff for clue finding or a standard buff to the control center. Rather than using Red as a traditional lane holder or DPS, try to think of her as a supporting operator to help out against critical units or dangerous moments, or even just a way to buy time against a few elites while still chipping away at their HP. Red has lower HP than Gravel and lower attack than Phantom. Instead, she's a combination of the two. Unfortunately, while everything else in her kit is reliable, Red's tankiness is luck-based and can fail when you need it. Or she might dodge every attack for the 10-second window and be unkillable. Her biggest weakness is her low HP pool, which means if she fails an important dodge, she won't be around to try again. And her biggest strengths are her redeploy time being so low and the versatility of her skills. For Execution Mode, Red gets more damage on her first and second masteries. Her third takes her dodge chance up to 50%. If you like her S1 and can afford the resource cost, it's an expensive but significant upgrade. Wolfpack scales consistently, getting about the same damage and stun bonus each time, so level it however high you feel comfortable with. Neither are high priority since masteries are expensive. If you have Red, raise her to E1 and play around with both her skills. If you like her, raise her more. She gets consistently better with every level, and deals 10% higher chip damage at E2. Is she worth pulling for? Sort of. Fast redeploy units are usually panic buttons for holding enemies in place, or taking range damage. Something Gravel will do better than Red since she's cheaper to level and deploy, easier to get, and has more HP. When it comes to raw damage, Red won't match Phantom unless the enemy has very high armor, but her AoE burst is more reliable. If you need to put in damage or stall an enemy who hits like a truck, or stun a group of enemies from time to time, Red's a great choice. If you don't like fast redeploy as a whole, you probably won't like Red. Otherwise, Red is a great mix of tankiness and damage who serves as an excellent assassin and staller, for a few seconds at a time. Fully maxed out, she deals at least 375 damage to any enemy in the game with her first skill. Red's presence unnerves all of the other Lupo operators, but all she wants to do is play with their tails. She was raised by Kalzi, and an unknown individual or entity referred to as Grandma, and was trained to be an assassin from a very young age. Projekt Red might be colorblind.